Okay, part three. Okay, there wasn't supposed to be a part three. There's supposed to be just miracles, part one and two. But dork, dummy me, I actually had a phone call coming in from a neighbor over here, and I kind of said, "Hold on," and I was supposed to pause the video, but instead I pushed the wrong button and I didn't even know, okay, and I stopped the video, okay. So once you stop the video, that's it's no longer recording. And then when I pressed it again, I thought I pressed it again, but it wasn't recording, okay, because you hit the pause again and it continues recording. Well, I was speaking about I was continuing and I was speaking for about 5 minutes when I kind of recognized I wasn't recording. So I was actually recording nothing. Okay, so I went 5 minutes talking. So I left off saying um, that we're not legally married anymore, but I still see her because we're together so many years, Martina and I, many years. Okay, 20 years maybe or more that we've since we've known each other. And so she holds a very special place in my heart. Um, Although I don't know if I said this in my last other video. It's supposed to be the same video, but basically, she can't forget all those things that I put her through. Okay, I'm saying this because of the reason why whoever's married out there, just stick in there. Please, for the sake if you have children, especially, um, marriage is forever. It's supposed to be, you marry the one, and I know divorce is so common these days. It's so popular. Everybody's getting married and then divorced, and you really got to, especially being a believer, um, and she's a believer. I led her to the Lord back years ago. She believed already, but she did it because she loves me, and I led her to the Lord in prayer, and she received the Lord and said the name Jesus, Amen. So I won't go into detail too much. I made a lot of mistakes with her, and this is to encourage all you those who are married out there. Please bear with each other. It's so important to have the Lord unite you together, and both of you be in prayer and study God's word. Just is so important. Okay, so important. And I basically am the culprit. I don't blame anything on her. Phew, not even close. Not even close. She was a faithful woman to me. She stood faithful all the years that I was unfaithful, and just I made a mess of our marriage. And as a father, I made a mess of fathership. Um, you know, I see families, Christian brothers who have beautiful families and in love with their spouses, and just it's a blessing. That's the way it's supposed to be. And I screwed a lot of it because of my bad decisions. Okay, so whoever's out there listening to me, this is a testimony. Because of what the consequences are of relationships, okay, of being faithful, not cheating on your wife, or you wives not cheating on your husbands. It's so sacred. Marriage is so sacred in the eyes of the Lord. And so this is why he tells us, do not commit adultery. Um, be faithful, raise your kids up in the Lord. It's so important. Train your children up in the ways of the Lord. um, he knows, he sees everything, and if you're claiming to believe in God, and you know him, and you're doing these things, will stop. Think about it, because I'm someone who didn't, and I suffer that. Okay, I suffered today. I don't dwell on it no more, but I'm reminded of it, and it's so very important. My kids, I have children. I have David and Danielle. They're my twins. I have grandchildren now, but they're not in my lives no more, and just I'll go into that in another maybe not, but just yes, I do have children, not from Martina, but uh, I do have children. She has children. We were both previously. She was previously married, and me, I wasn't previously married. There's only been one that I was ever married to, and that was her. And and uh, and we'll get to the miracle, okay? Because this is supposed to be about miracles, okay? So this is an amazing miracle that I have to say because it's so amazing that it just blows my mind even to this day. And so I call her my ladybug, and she calls me her lady man. She used to call me her lady man. And who knows where the Lord's going to lead me, or I don't know. She's still in my life. Like I said, she's a friend. She's still there, and but she's kind of made it clear to me that she don't believe that it's ever gonna be again. And it hurts, but it's like okay, I can understand why. If I don't know what the Lord's gonna lead in my life. It's not my focus right now. My focus, and like I've told her before, my focus is on the Lord, and it is. I'm not searching and seeking for a wife. I'm not doing that. And right now it's like just the Lord has been ministering to me. It's like I'm set apart for Him, and I'm okay with that. He's filling me. He's been doing amazing things in my life, and all for a reason and purpose. So wherever He leads me, I'm gonna, I just He has my heart. And so the ladybug, okay, the ladybug miracle, okay. Now, I'll take you back, way back, because these are years, like I said, we've known each other for 20 years, maybe more. I lost count already. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. And I look at pictures, of us when we were younger. I was like, wow, it's a lot of years has passed by. She goes, yeah, it sure has. And I don't believe she's remarried or nothing like that. I haven't been with no one. So it's, you know, I don't know. So I'll leave it there. But anyhow, I'll tell you the miracle between me and her. For all you married couples, I'm sure you're gonna love it. I'm sure you're gonna love it because this is amazing. Okay, so it's good and bad. Okay, so if you're listening to me, Martina, I'm going to tell this story because it's amazing, and I love you. I do love you. I have a lot of love for you, Martina, and I understand things. I gotta honor your wishes. If you're watching this and you've never uh, well, I honor you. I honor your wishes. Okay, so I'm gonna say something. I'm going to say this miracle. Okay, so I got busted. Okay, and this is back in my heydays, but back and way back. I remember um, uh, she was very angry with me because, like I said, I was not good to her. Um, and this is all honesty. Okay, and the Lord is my witness right now. It didn't look right, but it was all honesty that I didn't do what she thought I was doing. Um, I was in a hotel room. I won't go into graphics, but she kind of left me there for a couple days. And yeah, I started, this is my heydays, remember, okay? I started messing around, drinking and using it. And, and a couple females, wanted to party or whatever. And seriously, nothing happened. Okay, let's just put it that way. Nothing happened. But she came and she, I guess, busted me, but not doing anything. I mean, it was wrong of me. It was wrong of me even to have anybody in my room. Okay, it was wrong of me. Okay, um, but nothing had happened. Okay, but in her eyes, of course, she probably thought it. Really. Anyhow, fast forward, that's the reason why she was so angry. Okay. So I ended up going back to prison because cops showed up. There was a big commotion. We argued. We fought, okay, um, and police ended up coming and taking me back. I violated my parole. Okay, so this is the miracle coming up. Okay, so I'm back in. I get a year violation, and I'm writing her. I'm writing her every day. I'm writing her every day. I was so remorseful. So I know I screwed up, and she wasn't writing me back. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I wrote her back every day for I don't know how long, never would get no mail back. Okay. And so fast forward, I finally got a piece of mail from her. And she says, "No, David," she goes, "I'm writing you back." And she sent me this nice card, and I was so excited. A mail call. I got a letter from her. I got a letter from her. I was like, yeah, and like I said, I was slipping back and forth, and this is my highly recommendation. Don't slip back and forth with the Lord, okay? Don't do that. Don't backslide, okay? Um, and so I slipped back, and anyhow, that's why all this happened. But I was praying, I was praying to the Lord. I was praying, God, please forgive me. I keep screwing up. I keep screwing up, Lord. I keep screwing up, and I'm sorry, Lord. Just bring her back to me. Bring her back, and I want a letter from her, Lord. I want a letter. And then the letter came, and I had a brother there, a friend of mine there, and I get the letter and I open it up. I was all excited, and I open it up, and I start reading it, and I'm like all excited, practically crying, and I start reading it, and she goes, "I'm writing you back only for one reason," and I remember because it broke my heart. She goes, "It's over. I'm writing you back. This is the final time you're going to hear from me. The next time you get something, it's going to be divorce papers. I'm divorcing you. It's over." And I'm like, oh, my whole world just went. And I was like, and the guy, my brother there, he's my friend. He was like, "What's going on, man? You were so happy. What happened? What'd she say?" And I'm like, "Dude, man, she's divorcing me, bro. That's why she sent me this, And he's like, and I was bummed. And he's like, "Cheer up." He goes, "No, man, no. Don't you see?" And he told me, he goes, "Don't you see?" And I go, "See what? See what?" He's like, "She took the time. Look at that card. That's not just any ordinary card. It's a card. It's not just a piece of paper. It's a card. She chose a card for you. A beautiful card, right? And it's a nice card. And she took the time to buy that card. She took the time to seal the letter, buy the stamp, and send it. And I'm like, "So, but look what it says." She said, "Forget what it says. It's not over. She loves you. Okay? She's not going to leave you. Watch." And he goes, "Just take it as a good thing. She wrote you. No matter what it says." I go, "But she's divorcing." He's like, "That doesn't matter. She took the time to send you. If she didn't want nothing to do with you, she would have just stopped. You would have had nothing from her. Period. And maybe just received divorce papers. Period. But she sent you a card." And I go, it made me think a little. It's like, okay, all right, okay, I see what you're saying. So he's like, "Just stick in there, man. Stick in there." And so I stuck in there, and I kept praying. I kept praying. I kept writing her. I kept writing her. Okay, coming up on the miracle, because this is about miracles of God. Okay. Um, and the only way to say this miracle was to take a dive into my personal life. Okay. I don't expose my personal life too much, but I expose the things of God. Okay. I love the Lord. Okay. And this is miracles. So this is a miracle that will it blew my mind. It'll blow your mind, hopefully. Okay. So on the other end, she was sad too. Okay. She was sad. She told me this later. Okay. Because I was praying for a visit, because she always used to visit me. And I was like, "Oh, Lord, please, not only if she doesn't want to write me, just put it in her heart to visit me, And I'd always have my clothes ready, my the clothes they give you in there, I'd iron them really with sharp lines and creases, and I always had them ready. Visiting clothes, they call them. You just wore them on visiting day. Okay, so I had them ready, and the month after month would go by, and she wouldn't come. She wouldn't come visiting, what they would call visiting on Saturdays or Sundays or whatever. She wouldn't come, and so I pray fervently. I said, Lord, just bring it. Please forgive me, Lord. Please forgive me, Lord. And finally, um, and then finally she visited me. Okay, and I could have hit the roof. How happy when they called my name for visiting. And I put my visiting clothes on, and I'm like, yeah, and she was there, and then this is when she told me what happened. Okay, now this is all the Lord, all God right here. Okay, she told me what happened. She goes, the reason why, and I'm going to tell you right now, the reason why she goes, I was here, I was going to leave. Even when I was here, I was going to leave. And I'm like, so what happened? She goes, ladybugs. I'm like, ladybugs? She goes, I don't even know if I want to be here. I don't even know if I want to talk to you still. I'm here because of what God did. I'm like, what did God do? And she goes, and she went on to tell me. She says, I was getting your cards and I was reading them, and and she goes, I missed you, yes, but I'm so mad at you still. And I'm like, okay, let's not talk about that. Let's have a good visit. And she's like, I got your invitation to come visit you. Because there's a paper you got to fill out, a visiting form. Okay, I got the visiting form. And so and she went on to tell me, so I prayed to God. I prayed to God. I prayed to the Lord. Lord, if you want me to visit him, show me a sign. Show me a sign. Okay. And she loves ladybugs. That was her thing. She likes ladybugs. I do too. The way they look, all red, and okay. And so she prayed to God, and she says, God, if you want me to visit him, if you want this to continue, then show me a sign, you know. And as she was staying at her mom's house, and she would go outside. She said after she prayed that prayer, she would go outside and she would look. She started looking for answered prayers, for answered prayer, and she said it was that time of the year where ladybugs were always outside. She says that they would be in the garden always with the flowers, and she would always see them, always so many ladybugs all the time. And so and so she said she didn't see none. She didn't see none. Day after day, she would actually go out purposely and look for one. Okay, and she got her answer. That she took that as an answer. No, no. And I think a couple of weeks went by where no ladybugs. No ladybugs every day. None. Not even one. And so that was her sign, that no. Okay. So one day came, she says, and it was like the day before that, or a couple days before visiting. It was on the weekends. I'm not too sure what day it was, but she was outside and she was laying on one of the patio chairs outside. I guess she was getting sun, and she was laying back. She was like falling asleep, kind of falling asleep on the lawn, and she said that she says she felt something like on her, I don't know if it was on her leg. I think it was on her legs. Yeah, her legs. And it was summertime. It was hot, so she had shorts on and just like summer wear, and so she felt something on her legs, and then she kind of like is tickling her, kind of like, and she, like I said, she was with her eyes closed, falling asleep, kind of, and she was bummed out, kind of, because she never saw the ladybugs, but she took that as an answer. She was sad, but she took that as an answer from God that was it. It was because she was considering divorce, so. so then she opened up her eyes to kind of like brush off whatever was on her, right? And on her arm and her legs, you know. And then she says she looked, and when she looked, she saw one ladybug landed on her leg. Okay. But okay, I could see just one. Okay. But she freaked out too. Like, what? I could see just one. But she says another one on her arm. And then she was like looking. By the time she knew it, okay, two, three, four, five. She says there was a bunch of ladybugs landing on her arms, on her hands. They're crawling in and out of her fingers. And and she was excited, but she just was blown away by the miracle of God. Okay. And she took video of it. She showed me pictures of all these ladybugs on her hands and took video of it, you know. She was blown away. So what happened? I mean, she took that as a sign, okay? So she came to visit me that weekend, okay? And so she came to visit me, and it doesn't stop there, okay? This is the ladybug miracle, okay? And it's so much that I got a ladybug put on me. She has one too on her wrist. Okay, this is many years ago, so many years ago, but it's just an amazing miracle, okay? And so she got to the prison. Okay, she got to the prison there in Chino. Okay, and she went. She got on. It was hot days, really hot days, you know. And she gets burned easy, you know. Or the sun. She has this thing where she can't be in the sun too long, okay, because it burns her, you know. And the sun is bad for her. She can't be in the sun too long. She's anyhow. It's some condition. Okay, so she's in line and then she waited for like an hour, okay, and there's the east yard and the west yard, okay, and two different they're separated, so it's two different lines for visiting. One is I think it's the east and the west, and I believe I was in the west yard and she was in the east yard. It's not funny, but it's what's going on here. She's waiting in line for like an hour in the sun, okay? And the heat is driving her crazy. She's starting to get burned, okay? And she says, forget this. No, ladybugs are not God. I'm leaving. I'm not going to sit in the sun, okay? And oh no, wait, I don't know if this came right before or right after. Oh no, she waited. Okay, no, she waited and I think it was in that line. Anyhow, the sum of the story is she came to the point where she was going to leave. Okay, she said, "No way, I'm not saying this." Long lines, okay, for visiting, and then they tell her it's the wrong. Oh, yeah. Then they told her he's not in this yard. He's in that one over there, and it's another line. So she got in the wrong line. Okay, so she was waiting in the wrong line, and she's like, I'm done. No, I'm leaving. God, miracle or no miracle, ladybugs, I don't care. I'm leaving. Okay. And at that point, when she thought that in her head or she said it loudly, I don't know, guess what happened? A ladybug landed on her. A ladybug landed on her. And she says, oh my God. So the Lord is telling her, don't leave, get in that other line. And the Lord was ministering to her heart. And she went and got in the other line and she waited and I got my visit. Okay. Um, so that's the ladybug miracle. And there's so many others that are just amazing. I got 5 minutes left for 30 minutes, and I'm gonna take up this last 5 minutes with something that recently happened. Okay, so I'm coming out, and this could have been. Okay, I take care of an elderly man here. His name is Adolfo. Okay, and I care for him. I guess I'm taking care. I'm a sort of a caretaker. I guess you could say. I just do it from my heart. So he lives here, and I watch out for him, whatever, and I take care of him. And he's 77 years old. So anyhow, I walk in to the living room, okay, and there's a bird. Okay, there's a bird in the living room. Now, okay, oh, big deal, okay, it flew in through the window, okay, and I got video of this, okay. I don't know how you share videos, but on this, I can't do it because I don't know the technology. But if I could, I'd share this video with you, just really quick. This last miracle I'm going to tell you in 5 minutes here. Uh, one bird is in the living room, and he was in there, okay. So that's why I'm saying he could have brought it in, or somebody could have brought it in, and set up this miracle, okay? Because there's no windows open. I took the video. I said the door is closed, and he was like, "Oh, the bird. There's a bird." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And he's disabled, so he can't move quickly. He moves really slow. Okay, he had a stroke, so he can't speak. Okay, something happened in his neurons that he can't speak. He had a bad stroke. Okay, and his legs, he can move around very slowly. So it's not like he could go catch a bird, but anything's possible. That could be staged. Okay, I'm just saying. But I was like, yeah, whoa, because birds have always been uh, something that the Lord has done to speak to me, to let me know that He's here with me. Okay, and I'll end it with this. So the bird, I took the video. I was all emotional, like no, and I took the video saying there's no way he could come in. There's screens on the window. The windows ain't even open, and there's this one little square little hole about this big in the back door where my dog is freely. It's a door. It's a dog door. Okay, so he can't. No way. I don't think a bird will fly into that little hole. So anyhow, but that's possible. But I'm like, okay, there's a possibility that he flew into that little hole in the back door, like this big, okay, down at the bottom of the door. I don't think so, but or he flew in when Adolfo might have opened the door. He flew in, but birds don't usually fly into houses. I don't know. It never happened. So fast forward. Um, so it happened once. Okay, a week later, it happened again. Okay, and I took video of it too. But then I'm thinking, this is I'm not doubting the Lord, okay? But I'm thinking somebody brought this bird into this living room, okay? It looked like the same bird. I don't know. But I would let the bird go because I said birds are supposed to be free. So I even have the video of me opening the door and the bird just, flies out. Be free, okay? So as I'm studying the other morning, this is like maybe 2 weeks ago, I'm sure, maybe more. But as I'm studying right now in my room, okay, in this room, I'm studying and have my back right now. I have my face toward the window, but the windows are closed. Okay, but I had my back. I used to sit on that side. Okay, but I was with my back to the window, and then I heard a pecking at my window. Like that, a pecking. I'm saying a pecking, but I didn't know what that sound was. It's coming from the back of me and towards like the back of the room. And I'm like, what is that? What is that? And I'm kind of like, what is that noise? And I thought maybe it's a rat, a mouse, something. And like that, okay? And I turn around and I look at my window and there's two sparrows at the bottom left of my window. Two sparrows. And they're pecking at the window. I know they peck at the outside, they eat, or they peck at where the ledge is outside my window there. I know that, okay? But they're pecking at my window. Like on the window. Two of them. I'm like, what? God tells me this is me. I'm letting you know I'm here. I'm letting you know I'm here. This might sound crazy, but oh man, the Lord is amazing. The Lord is amazing. He shows himself to us. It's not a religion, it's a relationship. And he resides inside of us, his Holy Spirit. Blessed be the name of the Lord forever and ever. And one day we're going to be with him. He's going to come back. Amen. So I hope you enjoyed these couple videos of miracles that happened in my life. There's others, but maybe for another time, another place. I just showed you, I talked to you about the major ones. Okay. So I love all of you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He smile upon you, and may He shine His countenance upon you and give you shalom. Uh, um, thank you. And I pray all these things in your name, Lord Jesus. May your word go forth, and may my testimony be all for your glory and all for your name's sake. See you next time. Bye.